Well, Daniel's gone, but the show must go on. And uh, we had an interesting thing here where I was gonna talk with Daniel, and we were gonna discuss different music apps. But since he's not here, it's just gonna be just me. And yeah, so my name's Sean, Chantel, and I love music. If you're like me, you may have downloaded several different music apps, including Spotify, Pandora, even Amazon Music, SoundCloud, all of it. And you may be wondering which one is better, and that's really what this video is supposed to be about, is where I just compare different music apps and stuff like that, and try and figure out what may be the best out of them. And I've done it. I've listened to them all day, separate days, and today I've brought all of my information together, and I'm going to talk about them here. So I figured I should go ahead and start with probably the worst one. Well, maybe not the worst one. I will let you determine your own thing at the end of the video. Let me know in the comments or whatever. But Pandora. Pandora is very strange. Now, I'm going to do pretty much fair for all of these. I don't have the premium membership for any of these, so I can't really speak for how good they are when you have a premium membership. But I can compare prices and let you make your own decision. So Pandora. Now Pandora, their free thing. Of course, you're going to see ads. But I wanted to test how many ads I would see before I tested anything else. It was the first ad I tested for the first test that I did for all the apps, and it was an ad test. So what I did is I just listened to music for an hour or two, and just wrote down how many ads I seen between music and stuff. And so when I started out, I was like, okay, this is pretty good. Pandora's doing good, because I listened to 4 songs and seen an ad. Then I was able to listen to 3 songs and then see another ad. Then I listened to 3 more songs, saw another ad, listened to 3 more songs, saw another ad, listened to 3 songs, saw more ads. And each ad was actually 2 15-second ads, so it made it feel like it was much longer than it would have been if it was just a single 30-second ad. So that was Pandora's ad test. It was pretty much averaged out. Every 3 songs I saw 2 ads before I could continue with my music. Pandora, another feature that it offers is 6 skips an hour. Spotify shares the same thing, but that's okay. 6 songs an hour for skipping, that's sort of okay. Pandora is it's really easy to kind of fudge Pandora's system though, because you can listen to one station and then you run up all your skips and then just go to another station and then go back to that station. And sometimes you can even fudge the system to get an extra skip doing this. But anyway, Pandora, now it will pretty much gives you the option whenever you want to listen to I think it's a 30-second ad to get an hour of Pandora Premium, where you can listen to any music, any song, whenever you want, however you want, and get unlimited skips, replays, all that sort of thing, which that's another thing. You don't get unlimited replays without the premium membership. So what else? Pandora is, it's fairly priced, I suppose, but I don't think it's worth spending a premium membership on when every day, every other hour you can just listen to a 30-second ad and get an hour free. It's pretty good for that. So moving on. You will see, though, that Pandora has more ads than anyone else. Moving on, we will go to SoundCloud. SoundCloud is another strange one that has it's very strange. SoundCloud is just very strange. Of course, I started with the ad test first to see how many ads I would see between songs and music and stuff. And the first thing I saw was I listened to one music and saw a 30-second ad. Then I listened to 2 songs and saw a 30-second ad. Then I listened to 5 songs and saw a 30-second ad. Then 2, then 5, then 7, then 3. So as you can see, SoundCloud is very inconsistent, and I think the reason for that is because SoundCloud has pretty much just has a feature where pretty much anyone can upload to SoundCloud. So I think because of that, there may be more inconsistencies. For example, some people may not have some sort of ad feature or something. I don't know what it is, but for some reason, SoundCloud is very inconsistent with how many ads you see per song. So it was kind of hard to get an average on that. I would say it's somewhere around 3.5, 4 for their average. Now, SoundCloud does not offer any kind of like listen to this ad and get premium membership benefits or anything, but it does offer 30-day free trials, which of course all of these do, but I thought I would just go ahead and mention that. Something SoundCloud has that none of the other music apps have is that you get unlimited skips and replays. Now, if you skip so many times in a row, you may see an ad. I was able to skip 20 songs before I saw an ad, but still, you can skip 2 or 3 songs and then see an ad too. So SoundCloud is very random with their ads and when they pop up, but it does seem to pop up more with more popular songs than less popular songs. And I don't really listen to a lot of popular songs. I listen to a lot of fandom songs. So what I call fandom songs are stuff that people from a specific fandom created in honor, so to speak, for their favorite show or movie or whatever. Anyway, moving on. Spotify was kind of the best when it came to the ad test. Actually, it was the best when it came to the ad test. I was actually really surprised. So I listened to 4 songs, got an ad. I listened to 6 songs, got a 30-second ad. I listened to 6 more songs, then ads. 6 songs, ad. 4 songs, ad. 5 songs, ad. So it was pretty much averaged around 5 to 6 songs per ad. Which was incredible. It definitely triumphed in that area. Also, it randomly offers you 30 minutes ad-free. Just randomly, it just kind of shows up randomly. I really don't know how to trigger it. It literally comes up randomly. But it only has 6 skips per hour, just like Pandora, which is strange. I don't like how these music apps do this, where you can only get so many skips and replays. In fact, you can't really even replay on Spotify. Now, Spotify does offer podcasts, which Daniel had a podcast on there, I believe. The Annulled podcast, I think it was called. Anyway, moving on. It offers podcasts, which technically, the other ones do too, but they're not really that prominent. Spotify is the place where pretty much all the podcasts can be found. Now, what else? Spotify also was actually probably the best deal when it came down to it, because they offer their premium membership for $9.99, and it comes with Hulu's basic membership. So currently it does. That will not stay forever. So if you want to get Spotify, then you may as well do it now. One thing about Spotify that Pandora and SoundCloud definitely beat Spotify at is that it doesn't allow you to listen to whatever you want whenever you want. Now, Spotify, basically you like different songs and it adds it to a list, a playlist, so to speak, and you can make your own playlists and stuff, which I suppose if you really wanted to, you could probably fudge the system to listen to whatever you want by making a playlist for each individual song. However, that would take you ages to do. Also, I'm not sure if there's a limit on how many playlists you can make without a premium membership. I'm sure it's unlimited, though. Something else that happens with Spotify is that, like I said, you can't listen to whatever you want whenever you want, even with the even with the 30-minute ad break that it gives you randomly. Randomly, it'll ask you, hey, you want to listen to this 30-second ad to get 30 minutes ad-free, and then, of course, if you do it, you don't get any kind of Prime memberships for that. It literally just removes ads for 30 minutes, so it's not really that great of a deal. You may as well take it up on that every time, though, because 30 minutes free, you can listen to a lot of songs with that. Now, for this test, I didn't use it because I didn't want to mess up anything. Spotify was almost the best out of all of these, but of course, not being able to listen to what you want when you want, it really hurts Spotify tremendously. So, personally, I think I'm going to be sticking to SoundCloud, but I don't know. SoundCloud seems to have a huge, diverse library, but it's hard to say which of these apps are worth it. So that's where I leave it to you guys. Let me know in the comments what you guys like the most, and don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and do all of those wonderful things.